Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Hey everyone, this is Eric from the Shoe Style Sauna, bringing you another edition of our classic pay-per-view review series. With the 2020 edition of WWE Money in the Bank coming up, I will be looking back and reviewing one of the best pay-per-views that the WWE has ever produced, Money in the Bank 2011. The 2011 edition of Money in the Bank takes place on July 17, 2011, and emanates from the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois. Some notable pay-per-views that were held in this arena include WrestleMania 13 and 22. The event is sold out, drawing 14,815 fans, and the commentary team for tonight featured Michael Cole, Booker T, and Jerry the King Lawler. This show features two Money in the Bank ladder matches, another great installation in the rivalry between Christian and Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship, and of course the legendary WWE Championship match pitting John Cena versus one CM Punk. So let's get started. The first match of the 6-match card is the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match, which featured Sin Cara, Wade Barrett, Justin Gabriel, Sheamus, Cody Rhodes, Heath Slater, Daniel Bryan, and Kane, all battling for a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity at any time of their choosing within the next year. Now, if you want to know how to start a wrestling show, just look at this match. It has a lot of fast-paced, hard-hitting action, and we get a glimpse at future stars like Daniel Bryan and Cody Rhodes. The action is fast and loud, with high, hard-hitting spots coming rather early in the match, the biggest move being after being hit with a bro kick from Sheamus. Sin Cara is then powerbombed by Sheamus through a ladder, with Sin Cara breaking his arm as a result. The camera is right next to Sin Cara, so you can clearly hear him screaming in pain, and then you see his broken arm all contorted and shaking, and it's pretty brutal. Sin Cara is then taken to the back on a stretcher, and unfortunately, this is sort of the end of the original Sin Cara run in WWE. And hey look, it's Nunzio, as he was known in WWE, or Little Guido, as he was known in ECW. I don't remember Nunzio being a referee in WWE, so I thought this was just a neat little Easter egg that I found. There was also some good character work in this match. First we see Barrett, Gabriel, and Slater reunite the core, minus Ezekiel Jackson, to attack Kane, but then Gabriel and Slater attack Barrett, officially killing the core for good. Some other big moves in this match include Kane and Sheamus hitting Bryan with a Doomsday device, paying homage to Chicago legends the Legion of Doom. Kane chokeslams Sheamus from the ladder onto another ladder. Gabriel hits Kane with a 450 splash from a ladder placed on the top rope, and Bryan locking Rhodes in a guillotine submission while on top of a ladder. The match ends with Bryan kicking Barrett off of the ladder and reaching up and securing the briefcase. This was a great match to open the show and one of the highlights of the night. It had a lot of action to get the crowd going, and the right man won when you see what Daniel Bryan does in the future. I give this match 4.25 stars. The next match on the card is the Divas Championship match, as Kelly Kelly defends her title against Brie Bella. And as you may already have guessed, Nikki Bella is accompanying her twin sister to the ring. So to even the odds, Kelly Kelly is accompanied to the ring by Eve Torres. So I'm gonna be honest about this match. It was just a filler match and a way to get the Divas onto TV. This match was short and not that great, with Kelly Kelly hitting Brie with a modified facebuster to retain her title. Look, this match is what it is. We are still 4 or 5 years away from the women's evolution and still in the days of the Diva, so I wasn't really expecting much. I'm giving this match half a star. The next match on the card is a singles match between Big Show and Mark Henry. I thought this was a great match, and it proves why these men are two of the best big men in wrestling. They were able to have a relatively fast-paced technical match, which was nice to see rather than the basic big man match full of punches and shoulder blocks. Henry hits Big Show with 2 World's Strongest Slams and a splash to pick up the victory. I thought this was a fun little match, and I'm giving it 2.25 stars. However, the best part of this match happened after the bell rang, when Henry puts a steel chair around Big Show's ankle and hits a Vader bomb, breaking Big Show's ankle, and thusly, Big Show becomes the first inductee into the Hall of Pain. The next match on the card was the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match, which featured Alberto Del Rio, Kofi Kingston, Jack Swagger, Evan Bourne, R-Truth, Alex Riley, The Miz, and Rey Mysterio, all battling for a WWE Championship opportunity at any time of their choosing within the next year. Now, in my opinion, this was the lesser of the two ladder matches, but I'm not saying that it wasn't a great match. This match featured a lot of ladders. Unlike the other match, which had more athletic moves, this match had more of a hardcore feel, with the ladders more being used as weapons. This match starts with every man holding a ladder, and eventually Del Rio gets buried with all the ladders on the outside of the ring. One of the best things about this match has to be R-Truth grabbing a step ladder due to his fear of heights, furthering the fact that R-Truth is a ray of sunshine in all of our dark lives. So in a match with Kofi Kingston, Evan Bourne, and Rey Mysterio, there are going to be a lot of high-flying moves. Mysterio hits Kofi with a 619 through a ladder, Kofi leapfrogs over Swagger onto a ladder, but Bourne takes the cake when he hits airborne from the top of the ladder to all the participants on the floor. At one point in the match, Del Rio knocks The Miz and Bourne off of a ladder, and Miz lands right on his feet and tweaks his knee and is carried to the back with a possible dislocated knee. A little later on in the match, the remaining 7 men are all on top of the ladders in the ring, and they all eventually get knocked down, and seeing his opportunity, The Miz rises like a phoenix from the ashes and limps back to the ring and climbs the ladder, only to be stopped by Mysterio, who then hits Miz with a sunset flip powerbomb off of the ladder. Mysterio then climbs the ladder and reaches for the briefcase, only to be stopped by Del Rio, who rips off Mysterio's mask, forcing Mysterio to fall in an attempt to cover his face, and Del Rio reaches and secures the briefcase. I thought this was a good match. Not as good as the other ladder match, but in all fairness, both were unique in their own ways. I'm giving this match 4 stars. The next match on the card is the World Heavyweight Championship match, where Randy Orton defends his title against Christian, with the stipulation that if Randy Orton is disqualified, Orton will lose the championship to Christian. I thought the Orton-Christian rivalry was very underrated and overshadowed by the Summer of Punk. This rivalry started back on SmackDown after Extreme Rules, when Orton defeated Christian for his newly won World Heavyweight Championship. The rematch happened at Capital Punishment, where Orton won in controversial fashion. Christian has been begging Teddy Long to give him, and say it with me now, one more match. After weeks of campaigning, Christian was given his match with the added stipulation. This was a great match that tells a great story of Christian trying to make Orton disqualify himself. However, they still had a good physical match, with Christian even hitting Orton with the kill switch. Orton hits Christian with a reverse cutter, which is probably my favorite move of the match. He gets Christian up in like a Ron Simmons dominator position, then drops Christian and hits him with a cutter to the back of Christian's head. Orton then hits Christian with a hangman CDT. Christian is then pleading for mercy in the corner, and then spits right in Orton's face, and that sets Orton off. Orton kicks Christian with a blatant low blow, and the referee has no choice but to disqualify Orton and award the championship to Christian. This was a great match and had a great story to further this rivalry. I'm giving this match 3 3/4 stars. After the match, Orton goes crazy on Christian and hits him with a monitor and RKO's Christian on the announce table. Twice. The next match on the card is the main event and the match we've all been waiting for. The WWE Championship match, John Cena defending against CM Punk. What can I say about this match that already hasn't been said? From the start of the video package, the whole arena was electric. The lead up to this match is legendary. The infamous pipe bomb, the voice of the voiceless, Punk telling Vince McMahon that he will kick him in the nuts and Vince will like it, Punk refusing to sign a new contract, and McMahon telling Cena that if Punk wins, Cena is fired. When Punk's music hits, the hometown Chicago crowd makes one of the best pops in all of wrestling, and in my opinion, this Fire by Killswitch Engage is the better of Punk's WWE entrance themes. The arena was full of ghosts for Cena's entrance because of all the boos. Also, Cena just walks straight to the ring and wants to get the fight started rather than his usual grandstanding, which is a small detail that makes a big impact. The match itself is a great back and forth battle. At one point, Punk goes for a crossbody, but Cena rolls through and counters into the AA but Punk counters the AA into the GTS, but Cena counters the GTS and locks in the STFU. A little later in the match, Cena hits Punk with an AA and Punk kicks out at 2 11/12. It was butthole clenchingly close. Punk hits Cena with a Frankensteiner off of the top rope, then Punk hits Cena with a running knee in the corner and a GTS, but knocks Cena out of the ring. Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis come out to the entrance ramp. Cena locks in the STF on Punk, and McMahon signals for the bell, a la the Montreal Screwjob. McMahon sends Laurinaitis to the timekeeper, but is stopped by a clothesline from Cena, who then tells McMahon that he's got this. Cena gets back in the ring, and Punk hits Cena with a GTS and pins him for the 1, 2, 3. Again, what else can I say that hasn't already been said? It was an instant classic. The planets truly align for this match. This match gets 5 stars, which is rightfully deserved. After the match, McMahon calls for Alberto Del Rio, who won the Raw Money in the Bank earlier, to cash in, but Punk kicks Alberto in the head and escapes through the crowd, not before blowing McMahon a goodbye kiss. What a way to end a great pay-per-view. Match of the night was obviously the WWE Championship match. It is still talked about as one of the best lead-ups and matches in modern history. As an overall show, I'm giving Money in the Bank 2011 a grade of an A-. The only real blemish on the show was the Divas Championship match, but otherwise, the show is one of the best shows that WWE has ever produced, and I highly recommend you give it another watch. Hey, thanks for watching another classic pay-per-view review from us here at the Shoot Style Sauna. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like and the subscribe button down below, and keep a lookout for more content to come, and we'll see you next time.